Circumstances can't trouble your heart unless you allow it. Again, I don't mean to be redundant. I'm just trying to make a point. What you're facing can't bring you trouble unless you allow it. It's up to you. You could say, facing all the stuff you're facing, you know what, you could be worried, you could be troubled. If you want to, if you allow it, you could say, what did we used to sing? Not no, but hell no. You say that in church. You say, no, I ain't putting up with this. I am not. I don't care what these circumstances are. I am not going to let this give me turmoil. I am not going to let this thing just nail me in a coffin full of stress. I am not going to. Don't let your heart be troubled. You already understood the subject. Well, how do I not let it trouble me? Well, back to verse 1. He tells you right there. Let not your heart be troubled. Believe in God, believe also in me. See, there's a whole message in that one verse. That one little bitty verse. I could stay there all day. I'll do my best to move on. You don't let your heart be troubled. You believe in God. You're not an atheist. You believe there's God. Believe in Jesus. Why? He's already solved all your problems. He's already provided everything you need. Well, how do I get that? Well, what are you really believing? What are you really, focus, turn this thing around inside your own mind. When you're facing circumstances, what are you believing? The depth of the circumstances, how bad they are? Are you really believing, I can do all things through him who strengthens me? What do you believe? That I have 10 times more bills than I have income this month. You really, really believe that? Or do you believe that, you know what? As Jesus is in this world, so am I. I can do all things through him without ever even figuring out how. That's called trust. Okay. I will do my best to try to. How do you beat your circumstances? How do you become victorious? How do you win? Believe in him. Don't settle for being a hoper. Be a believer. I need to move on. Verse 2. In my Father's house are many dwelling places. If this wasn't so, if this wasn't true, I wouldn't tell you. For I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go prepare a place for you, I'll come again. And I'll receive you to myself, that where I am, you can also be. Time out. There's two different perspectives of looking at this. Jesus isn't saying, in my Father's house, parenthetically in heaven, there are many mansions, and I got to go put on my carpenter clothes and build mansions. And when I finally get done pouring concrete, laying bricks, putting in plumbing and electric and 2x4s and when I find, that's how some people take it. I go and prepare a place for you. My Father's place got lots of mansions, and I'm going to prepare one for you. And then when I prepare one for you, then I'll come back. That's what a lot of people seem to think, that Jesus went to heaven some strange way to build a mansion for you. See this thing from a spiritual perspective. In my Father's house. Who is the Father's house? You are. You are. Look in the mirror. And in this Father's house, there's many, where it says dwelling places, It doesn't mean mansions, it means rooms, many different rooms. And if it wasn't so, I would have told you. Now, Jesus said, I'm going to prepare a place for you. How is he going to do this? He was going to be crucified and killed and buried and lay down his life and then be raised from the dead and come back. And guess what he did? He prepared, in doing that, he prepared a place for you to be with him. You weren't righteous. You could never earn righteousness and acceptance by keeping the law. If you could, then Jesus died in vain. If you could be righteous, holy, accepted to the degree of being equal with God through keeping the law, any law, Mosaic law, the Buddhist law, Islamic law, Baptist, Methodist, Episcopalian law. If keeping law gets you righteous and earns your dwelling place, then what Jesus did was worthless. He's saying, look, my Father's house has got lots of rooms in it, and I'm going to prepare one for you. I'm going to do something for you. He did.